Hi, my name is Jeff Smith, and I'm the founder of Ghostly Hauntings. I've been into the paranormal for over 15 years, but I didn't actually start investigating until about 2017. That year, I had decided I wanted to get out of the house a little bit more, and I wanted to do something that interested me. So I got online and I looked up paranormal teams in the mid-Michigan area. I reached out to quite a few of them. Some of them must not exist anymore. A few others said that they weren't looking for any new team members and that I should start my own. The one I did hear back from was Lower Michigan Paranormal Society, which is the team I'm in right now. Keith, who is the founder of the team, asked me to go to one of their meetings so he could get to know me and see what I was all about. At the end of the meeting, he let me join the team. So since then, I've been doing some investigations with the team. I've gone to cemeteries, I've gone to abandoned buildings, but I've also gone to businesses that will let you come in and investigate because they have some paranormal shit happening. One of my favorite paranormal devices is probably the SLS camera. I don't have one, but from what I've seen on TV, it looks pretty badass. I am planning on building mine, and mine's going to be portable, and it's going to be awesome, and I will probably never leave home without it. But until that time comes, I'm gonna have to say it's probably my new camera, which is recording me right now because it shoots infrared and it's awesome. But equipment, I would have to say a given digital recorder because you can hear the responses that are given to your questions, but also the K2 meter because you can go yes or no. Those two combined make awesome pieces of equipment and something that you can get some evidence with. I have quite a few experiences that have happened to me. It wasn't until I moved into my house back in 2014 when I had started hearing phantom footsteps, saw some shadow figures kind of walking back and forth in my kitchen. You know, I all kind of shrugged it off. Maybe it was the trick of my eye, maybe it was just random house creaks. It wasn't until 2016 when my mom would come over and help me put up a Christmas tree. Long story short, all the bulbs were perfectly fine except for one. I super glued it and left it on my counter for a week. I heard a weird pop noise, and out of the corner of my eye, I saw this ball shoot up and land on my floor. It's a little piece of glass ornament on my floor. Somehow it came unglued, but instead of falling to the ground, shot across my room. Landed at the edge of my couch. So took it in the kitchen, super glued it, left it there. The one that was on the counter, hung it up. On the off chance that the glue wasn't gonna hold, I shoved the ribbon deep into the tree branch. It either land in the tree or it would just have a nice gentle fall onto the carpet. Went to bed, woke up the next morning, saw something on my floor. I looked down, in the exact same spot on the edge of my couch, on the floor, was the ornament that I just hung up. Not only that, but the ribbon was laying right next to it. I could see how maybe, it fell and it would roll or something. The ribbon was laying right next to it. Not down at the base of the tree, not like halfway in between or something like that. Literally right next to it. Right then and there, I knew I had somebody living with me for sure. I assumed that it was the original owner, Tom. He didn't pass away in the house, but he was the original owner, and I figured he really liked it and he wanted to stay there. Probably about a year later, I was sleeping in my reclining chair and I was restless, decided I was just gonna watch some TV until I was really tired. And as I was looking for the remote, I glanced up, there was this white mist, probably about 2 feet away from me. Literally said, nope, closed my eyes and forced myself to go back to bed. And I believe it was the next night, sleeping in that reclining chair again. Down in my basement, I heard a crash. Walked down, the bedroom doors are still shut, the bathroom door still wide open. Have another little storage room. The door was shut tight, but I was like, well, it came from right under me, so let me open this up and see what happened. Didn't notice anything. Cut to 2 weeks later, doing some electrical work in my house. Had to go and turn off a breaker. Saw what had crashed. My Christmas tree had fallen over and landed on my coffee table. It didn't just fall on its own because it was leaning like this against the wall for about a year. So if it was gonna fall, why would it have picked like that moment, like the next day, to fall? But it didn't fall like this, it didn't fall like that and hit something, it got pushed over. To this day, my mom swears up and down that the one night she had to come over and get my drunk ass off the floor, she swears that the door was locked. She didn't have a key on her, or I didn't give her a key at that point, I don't remember. She said that she walked away, was trying to bang on some windows. She came back to the door, about ready to apparently break one of my windows, which I'm super glad she did not. The door was magically unlocked and ready for her to open. After witnessing some of the stuff that I have in my house, especially knowing that I have 10 of them living with me, I believe she's actually accurate. I'm sure one of them, if not Tom or Joel or whoever, before I even knew they were there. But yeah, I do believe that they let her in the house, making sure that everything was gonna be fine. And maybe they didn't want a window broken either. That's up for debate. The only other things that have really happened was after a couple investigations, and one of them wasn't even after anything. I was at home on lunch one day, just sat back down on the couch, was gonna put my arm up on the armrest, and I leaned and I was like, holy shit, I'm like, what the hell, like that hurt. So I went to the bathroom, I pulled up my sleeve, and I had a 5-finger claw going down my arm. The longest of the finger scratches was probably about 4 inches, and it drew blood. Then after another investigation, I got a couple scratches down my arm that I kind of felt, but it wasn't nearly as searing as this one was. And then there was one time I woke up and I had a couple little scratches. One was really faint and one was here. I sleep in the middle of the bed. I don't know what would have scratched me. So when that stuff happens, I've got to tell my friends, it's not allowed to happen in my house. Like, I don't know if it's you, because we never had any physical harm done to me in the past. So I'm guessing something came home with me. So with conviction, I told it to get out of my house, you're not welcome. And I told my friends that, I'm like, you remember the ultimatum that I gave you the very first time with the 5-handed scratch? I'm like, I don't want to keep throwing that at you, I really don't. But it may be a possibility if it happens again. They respect me, I respect them. How I really know they respect me is the first time I ever tried a spirit box session in my house with a group of friends. I asked the one question nobody would have known the answer to. What room in this house is off limits? Then one of the voices came through and said, yours. That is something I'll never forget, because yours pertains to my bedroom, as you probably guessed. Not only did they actually give me the answer I was looking for, they said it sincere, and they didn't come across with an answer that would have been, like they're trying to bullshit with me. Right then and there, I knew that I had some good ones on my hand. Especially since no harm has ever come from them. So after that, knowing that they respected me, and hopefully they know that I respect them, I've got Tom and Joel who follow me probably on a daily basis. I'm not 100%, but I'm more than positive that they're there when I go to places that I'm investigating. Guessing I don't always have to ask them, but I do. Before I leave, I always ask if any of them would like to come with me. If they don't, cool. If they do, awesome. They don't have to, it's their choice. It'll get you out of the house or road trip or something. It's just so that really no harm comes to me and, nothing follows me home, because we know what happens when something comes home with me. So far, they have my back. Whenever I'm using a spirit box and something comes through that starts to get a little nasty with me, says kill him or kill Jeff. A few seconds later, I've got Joel coming through saying, you're safe, or safe. And usually Tom is right there with yup or some other smart ass comment, which is Tom. If you have seen my other videos, you know. And then I do have 8 others, and I'm probably going to forget somebody. I have William, Mike, Adam, Juan, Sarah, Judy, Emma. Nope, shit. Yeah, I forgot one. Fuck. They're probably watching me edit this, or they're here with me right now, I don't know. And since I can't really do anything to show them my appreciation besides saying thank you or being like, you guys are awesome, or, stuff along that line, I have decided that I'm going to make a little plaque for my house, and it's going to read something along the lines of home to or home of, and it's gonna have all their names on there. So I hope they appreciate it, and I hope that they know that I sincerely appreciate any help and support that they give me. I've come to realize that I'm very passionate about this channel. I have found myself extremely interested in the paranormal itself. Since I started this channel back in June of last year, I have done nothing but think about it. I created the intro and the tag before I even had any videos done. I had instantly created the graphic that you see here on my sweatshirt, on my t-shirts, all before I had done anything with the channel. I mean, weeks in advance, I am creating graphics for the new videos I have coming up. Or lately, I've been doing in-depth research. If you watched the video on Coming Cemetery, For a lot of those residual EVPs that I was capturing, it confused the living shit out of me. So I needed to figure out what was going on. And I would love to see the channel succeed. I would love to see the views and the subscriptions go up. And it would be awesome if I got to a point where I could make some money off of it. Until that happens, I'm going to keep my day job, but I'm going to always have my Ghostly Hauntings channel on my mind. Where can I go next to investigate? Can I branch to something different, which I am planning on branching off to a few different things just to spice the channel up a little bit more. Those will be coming soonish. I found something I'm passionate about, something that I love. It wasn't until I joined a team that I realized, wow, this shit's really awesome. I plan on doing this until the day I die, and nothing's going to stop me. Again, I'm Jeff Smith, and I'm the founder of Ghostly Hauntings.